A specialist places two facts on the table. The first is hopeful. A medicine can help. The second is harder. The public health system will not pay for it. During the 2026 election campaign, the ACT Party proposed lifting Pharmac's share of the health budget towards the Australian level by 2033. Patient advocates argued that New Zealand's medicine budget was too small. Behind that political fight sits one useful idea. Approval and public funding are two different gates. Pharmac stands at the second gate, with a fixed budget and many treatments competing to pass through it. The first gate asks whether a medicine meets standards of quality, safety, and effectiveness. That is the work associated with Medsafe. The second asks a different question. Should the public system fund this treatment ahead of other possible treatments, at the price available for the patients who may receive it? A medicine can pass the first gate and wait at the second. That does not mean it is useless. It means evidence of benefit is only one part of a national spending decision. This distinction can feel cold when the patient has a name, a family, and a clock. For that person, the medicine is not one item in a ranking. It may be the next birthday, a return to work, or a few ordinary hours without pain. Yet the person making a national decision faces a room full of such stories. Opening one door uses money that cannot open another. New Zealand created Pharmac in 1993. One reason was the rapid growth of community medicine costs, which had risen by about 15% a year through the 1980s. The country chose a central agency that could compare treatments and bargain with suppliers while remaining inside a set amount of public money. That fixed amount is called the medicines budget. It pays for funded medicines, vaccines, medical devices used in the community, and related products. It is separate from the money used to run Pharmac itself. Health New Zealand pays pharmacies and other providers for funded treatments, while Pharmac decides what the public schedule will cover and negotiates terms with suppliers. This is why describing Pharmac as a warehouse or a pharmacy misses the important part. It usually does not buy boxes and put them on shelves. Its power lies in the list. One national decision can give a supplier access to a whole publicly funded market. In return, Pharmac can seek a lower price, limit use to particular patients, or negotiate a confidential deal. Central bargaining can make a small country a stronger buyer. The same system also makes the boundary painfully visible. If a medicine is not on the funded schedule for a patient's condition, the private price can sit beside a public system that pays nothing towards it. How does Pharmac choose? It looks across four broad groups of factors: need, health benefits, costs and savings, and suitability. Those questions reach beyond the person taking the medicine. They include effects on family and whānau, the wider health system, and society. A tablet that looks expensive may prevent surgery or hospital stays. A cheaper treatment may be difficult to take correctly. A medicine for a small group may produce a very large benefit for each person. Another may offer a modest benefit to thousands. There is no single price tag that settles all of those comparisons. Pharmac receives roughly 100 funding applications in a year. Applications can then appear in one of three broad places. Some are options for investment, meaning Pharmac would like to fund them if the budget allows. Some would be considered only if a deal made them cost neutral or saved money. Others may be recommended for decline. In September 2025, the published options for investment list contained 115 applications. The real order inside that list was not public. Keeping the ranking confidential, protects Pharmac's position when it negotiates with drug companies. A supplier that knows exactly how desperate the buyer is has less reason to lower the price. There is the trade-off. Secrecy can help a negotiator stretch the budget. It can also leave a patient unable to see how far away a decision may be. More public money can move that boundary. It can allow more treatments through the second gate, but a larger budget does not remove the need to rank choices. New medicines keep arriving, existing use grows, the population ages, and a treatment funded this year may create costs for many years. Nor does a budget increase automatically fund the medicine named in a campaign or petition. Pharmac still needs clinical advice, evidence, an acceptable price. Enough money now, and in future years, public consultation where appropriate, and a final decision. That is why two sentences that sound similar can mean different things. This medicine is approved means it can legally be supplied under the relevant conditions. This medicine is funded means the public system has agreed to pay under rules written into the pharmaceutical schedule. And this medicine is on the options for investment list means it has passed important assessment, but funding and an affordable agreement are not yet in place. For a patient, these distinctions do not reduce the pain of waiting. They do make the argument more precise. When somebody says Pharmac is underfunded, 4 useful questions follow. How much extra money is proposed? Will it continue in later years? Which kinds of treatments are expected to move? And what will make the ranking and the result visible to the public? Those questions do not replace the human story. They connect it to the mechanism that can change the answer. There is no kind way to tell one family that another treatment produced more health from the last available dollar. There is also no honest health system in which the last dollar does not exist. Pharmac was designed to make that limit national, organized, and negotiable. The budget decides how wide the second gate can open. The ranking decides who reaches it first.